My name is Aurora. I am 24 years old. I live in Dallas, Texas. I believed in loving. I believed my wedding night would be the most beautiful night of my life. But I was wrong, so wrong. He smiled like every bride. My heart was full of dreams. But that night I lost everything. It was not the beginning of love. It was the end of me. My marriage was arranged. Was my father's best friend's son. I had never seen him. I did not get a chance to talk to him. Not even on see. Everything moved so fast. They told me it was a perfect match, but no one stopped to ask me, are you interested? The proposal came through my father's old friend. My father said, James is a good boy. You will be safe with him. One day his parents came to our home. They spoke kindly and said, your daughter is gentle. She has a pure heart. She will be blessing for our son. My parents felt proud. We were not rich, but our home was full of love and peace. Ryan thought this was the right match for me, but they were wrong. This marriage did not bring me joy. It brought silence, tears, and pain. In just a few days, our wedding was Daddy had never seen him. Not even once. Whenever met before the marriage. The wedding itself was beautiful. Guests came from far away places. There were lights, flowers, and laughter. It all felt like a dream. I wore a red dress. Some girl said, you look so pretty. Felt happy. I thought my new life was beginning. He wore a black suit. He looked at me. Beauty could not understand his eyes. When all guests left, the house became quiet. He sat alone in the room. I was scared but also happy. It was the first night of my marriage, a night I had always dreamed of but never fully understood. My heart was beating fast. He felt shy, nervous, and hopeful. Then suddenly he entered the room. He said, hello, congratulations. You look beautiful. I was nervous but smiled and said thank you. In just a few minutes, everything changed. What happened next I cannot describe her because of YouTube's policy, but I can say this: he started touching me, not with love, not with care. It felt like I was not his wife, just a body. Like he did not see my heart, my soul, only my skin. It did not touch me with love. He touched him like I was a toy, something to use, not my own, to respect. In that moment I realized he did not marry me for love. He only wanted my body. Before I could say anything, he pulled at me clothes and undressed me like I was misunderstood woman. His eyes had no lovingly hunger, only control. And in that moment, I think so much Mabe. He did not marry me for love. My life was completely shattered. Because I thought it was love, because I thought this was the start of my new life. But after everything pulled away, I could not breathe. My mouth opened, but no words came out. He stood there shaking, still wearing my wedding dress. He felt used, blamed, and broken. How did I go from being a happy bride to being insulted, accused, and thrown away all in just one night? He looked at me. His eyes were sharp, full of blame. Then he said at words, I will never forget. You have already been used by someone else, right? You are not a virgin. My heart dropped. I could not believe what I was hearing. I just stared at him, feeling my soul break in silence. And again he said, you are not pure. You lead to me. That was my wedding night, and instead of love, I got blame. I got shame. I got heartbreaky. Was only 24, and my whole world had already shattered. Eddie cried the whole night. I kept asking myself, why did this happen to me? I grew up in a safe home, a house where no one never crossed the line. I was taught respect, values, and love. Then why did he blame me? What did I ever do wrong? I kept asking myself in my heart, why did I deserve this? Was it because I was not a virgin? His love was only for one night. It was not love. He just wanted my body. I felt so ashamed of myself that night. My life was shattered. Everything I believed about myself, my parents, my future was broken. I realized my life was not safe anymore. I finally understood everything had changed. Then he said something that shattered me. Tomorrow morning, I do not want to see you here. Go back to your home. Till noon I was silent, frozen, unable to believe my ears. I cried the entire night. In the morning, I packed my things with shaking hands and left quietly. When I arrived at my parents' house, my mother cried the moment she saw me. My father stood in silence, confused and broken. They kept asking what happened. I had no words. I just kept thinking, how will I tell them? What will I say? I sat on the floor feeling empty. My wedding dress felt like a weight on me chest, and just one night, everything was gone. My dreams, my respect, my peace. I kept thinking, why me? What did I do wrong? Who will believe me now? No one had answers, only silence, only tears. Then I started hearing things people said. I had a secret boyfriend. They said I was not faithful, that I cheated on him. He told them all those lies. Me heart felt like it was breaking every second. I cried through the days, I cried throughout the nights. I could not eat, I could not sleep. I held my parents' hands and begged, please believe me. They said they did. But I saw the pain in their eyes, and inside me everything was shattered. For weeks I stayed in my room. I did not eat, I did not talk. People started saying things behind my back. Maybe she related something bad, but no one asked me the truth. No one wanted to hear my side. They all believed his words, not my tears. But I stayed silent. He held my pain inside like fire in my chest. Months passed, but the pain stayed in my heart. One day I saw him at the mall with another girl. She looked rich, wore Chanel clothes and diamonds. When he saw me, his face changed, and he slowly walked over. Aurora, I'm sorry, he said. My heart beat fast, and my eyes filled with tears. But I stayed silent. Then he said, I chose her because she had money. I thought rich girls were better, but they do not love like you. They do not cry or pray for me like you did. His voice was weak. Please forgive me. I looked at him and said, you broke me, you left me when I needed you the most. You made the world believe I was dirty. You called my love alley. When I loved you the most, you destroyed me. He went quiet. I took a deep breath and said, you want forgiveness like the girl you are holding now, because the girl you broke, she does not exist anymore. Then I said, I forgive you. His face became soft. He thought I still owed him, but I added, I forgive you for myself, not for you. Because I want peace in my heart, not your love. My healing does not need you anymore. My story is not about you coming back. It is about me standing strong after the storm. Then I walked away. I cried again that night. But those were my last tears for him, not because I was weak, but because I was finally free. After that day I changed. I walked with confidence. I was not afraid anymore. I was not ashamed anymore. I became strong. I became brave. One evening, my parents looked at me, tears in their eyes, and said, we are proud of you. You did nothing wrong. We see it now. You were always honest, always pure. In that moment, something healed inside him. I was no longer broken. I was becoming well. A few days later, his parents were ashamed. They said sorry to my parents, but it was too late now. I use my pain to support their girls who cry alone, who feel broken like I once did. I started a small group where we sit together, talk, listen, and heal. I tell them, you are not weak. You are not the names people call you. You are what you believe about yourself. Never beg for love. Never stay where you are not respected. If someone leaves, let them go. They make space for real peace to enter. This is not just my story. Many girls go through this pain, but I stood up again, and I chose myself. Dear girls, your past does not decide your future. Your pain is not your fault, and you are not alone. To all parents, please do not rush your daughter's life. Let her meet, talk, and decide. Lifetime is too long to spend with your wrong person. And if no one told you today, you are strong, you are enough, and you are special. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe. Have you ever been hurt in silence? Did you ever stand up for yourself? Write in comments. Let's stand together. Let's heal together. Thank you for listening.